My shirt is ugly. Or not my shirt. I love this shirt. It's just not very flattering because it's too big for me. I am back. I have taken a couple weeks off, 2 of which I don't have an excuse for, laziness and unmotivation and sadness. And the other week, I do have a very, very valid excuse, and that was I got sick. And not just any sick, the big sick. You know, the kind of sick that you're not supposed to say. The virus that shall remain unnamed. So yeah, I got that. So I was sick for about a week, but I am all better, except for an ear infection. So if my voice sounds weird, it's because I can't hear myself out of my left ear, or hear anything out of my left ear for that matter. I thought I would make some brownies, because I haven't made brownies in a while, and I got some brownie mix, and I have been really, really craving chocolate. I mean, to be fair, I'm always craving chocolate, so what's new? I'm gonna consider this as a reward for myself, as a good job for getting better and not being sick anymore. Let me get my bowl down. Goodness. Also, Sergio and I made a purchase, and it was very expensive, but it was very worth it. We got an electric bike. We were riding around yesterday on it, and it was so much fun. And it goes pretty fast. I mean, obviously not as fast as a car. We can go like 19 or 20 miles an hour, and it was a lot of fun, and we were just riding around the block on it, taking turns. Well, I can't find my big blue spatula, so I'm gonna have to use my small blue spatula. But it'll be fine. I can lick the batter off it just the same. Also, I think I realized today, for the first time since making videos for however long, that my house doesn't have any direct sunlight. There are windows on all sides of my house. My house is kind of a square box with windows on all sides, but because of all of the trees that surround my house, none of the windows ever get like direct sunlight, except, I mean, I'm sure they do sometimes, just not right now. Okay, into the oven they go. That was me making brownies, and I think I'm gonna make some lunch while they're in the oven and eat the brownie mix, and I will see you later when there's something else interesting that I have to do. Hey, okay, so as you can tell, it is not the same day, but the ear infection that I was telling you about started to really kind of mess up my stomach, because it messed up my equilibrium, so I was getting a little bit nauseous, and I was nauseous for the next few days, but I'm feeling good now. I've got some antibiotics for my ear infection, and it's getting a little bit better, but I wanted to continue the vlog because it just kind of felt unfinished to me, so we're going to be doing some arts and crafts today, or not art, but crafts. And I'm going to be going to Walmart pretty soon because I'm all clean. And let me see the list that I just made for things that I need. I want to get some chunky yarn because I want to see if I can make something out of that really chunky yarn, because I've never used really thick chunky yarn before, and I think that it would be really fun. I'm really excited to see how fast I can get done a project, just because if you're using a thinner thread of yarn, it'll take longer to make the same amount of fabric. So I'm excited to see how fast I can get projects done with a chunkier yarn. That's exciting to me. And I need a sewing needle and thread because the darning needle that I have is too thick to go through the holes of a button that I want to sew onto a skirt that I made. And I want to get some scissors because I lost mine. And I want to get some pink cotton yarn and bright pink buttons because there's this crochet sweater that I saw on Pinterest that I really want to make. And I have already got the blue color that I want, but I just need a pink color and groceries. Walmart haul! Oh man. So I got 2 giant ass spools of the Bernat blanket yarn. I got, let's see, 220 yards of this and 220 yards of this. I just got 2 colors. I got black and white. And I'm just going to see what kind of things I can do with just black and white. I think I want to make a whale or maybe 2 whales. Because if I made a beluga whale, I would need white. And if I were to make an orca, I would need black and white. I like whales. So that is what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make some whale plushies with these. Oh, this is the color that I chose. That pink cotton yarn for that sweater that I was telling you about earlier. This is the color that I chose. I wanted something a little bit more, more of a neon type pink, but they didn't have that. So I just compared it to the blue that I already have, and it went really well together anyway. So I picked up 3 of these. I don't know if I'm gonna need 3, but if I don't end up using all of it, it's a pretty color that I can use for whatever I want. Are these different sizes? Just a cheap pair of scissors, like Kids Craft. It says ages 4 and up. So if that tells you anything about the quality of these scissors. But I just didn't want to get like really, really expensive scissors. I was in the sewing aisle and I was looking around at scissors and they were all like $9, $12, $14. And I'm like, I don't need an expensive pair of really sharp fabric scissors. I just need scissors to cut yarn and thread. So I asked the lady and she was like, oh, don't look in the sewing aisle, look in the office supply aisle. So I found these. And I also got some basting needles. These were about $2 for 6 of these. Yeah, I didn't need anything fancy for these. I just needed something to sew on some buttons. And I also got some white thread. And I got club crackers. I like putting cheese and turkey on club crackers and making like a little mini cracker sandwich. Sour Patch Kids. For the record, this is why I shouldn't go to the grocery store by myself. A Dr. Pepper and some of these. These are a very, very nostalgic food, and I like them with ranch. And this is what I'm gonna have for lunch today. It's this brand, and they've got like a whole bunch of like different flavors. And the last time I got burritos like this, I got the bean and cheese burritos, and they were really good. But the ones that I always got as a kid were the beef and bean chimichangas. So I was feeling a little nostalgic, so I got these. Oh, and these are the buttons that I got too. Just some big chunky plastic buttons, and I think, well, I don't know how many buttons I'm gonna need for the sweater that I want. So I don't know what colors I'm gonna use, because there are 2 pink ones. There are 2 pink buttons, a green, a yellow, a blue, and a purple. Beats me why they decided to put 2 pink ones in there and 1 of all the other colors, but we'll see. And my fridge just turned on, which is annoying, but I'm all done now. So I've got candy, I've got Aladdin playing on my phone on Disney Plus, the skirt that I made, and I don't know if it's gonna pick up on camera, but there are 2 different colors of yarn. I don't know if it's not that noticeable on camera, but if you're in person, there, you can kind of see the 2 different colors. Because this color, the main color, I got from someone, and I thought that when I went to the store and I saw the bottom color, I was like, oh, that's the same color, like how lucky am I? And I get home and it's just a little bit of a difference, but I couldn't not have that 2 inches off the bottom of my skirt, because then people would see my butt. And we don't want that. So it's just a little bit of a difference, which is kind of disappointing, but you know, it's the first skirt that I made. And I made buttonholes on it, and I just got some plastic white buttons for this, and then I've also got some like straps to make it like a little overall skirt. So I'm just gonna be sewing on the buttons. Oh my goodness! I'm so mad. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be sewing on some buttons. Oh, that's that.